Hi guys, welcome back. All right, so this video is going to be a collective message in regards to the full moon happening in Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio is kind of an intense sign to have a full moon in. It is a fixed sign and it is directly opposing the sun in Taurus, another also very fixed, set energy, both earth and water. Not incompatible, just in opposition with each other. Now, that being said, this full moon is going to reveal what we may not be ready to see. All zodiac signs will vary for each of you as to what that is, but full moons kind of tend to do that in general, but this is especially being highlighted. It's going to be activating specific parts of your astral charts where you need to release or transform and change in some sort of way. Again, depending on where that falls for each one of you, you'll feel the pressure in different areas. But it's very much has an element of cutting cords where they need to be cut. Now, it will be about finding a balance between navigating, holding on, and letting go. A lot of times it is hard to find that balance of what it is, what we're holding on to and when it's time to let it go. So that's going to be emphasized in this time frame. Also, as well as like seeking stability in things, but allowing necessary transformation and change. So a lot of times we're trying to make something work in an area that's supposed to be changed completely or no longer relevant energetically in our lives, whether we feel that or not. So things like avoidance is going to become more difficult. Things that you're trying to ignore, put aside. It's like, well, I know I'm supposed to be starting this or doing this. It's going to be really hard to ignore that. Avoidance is going to be specifically, that word will be putting a lot of pressure on those that are practicing that in areas that need to be looked at. Like I said, what is suppressed is going to be brought to the surface. It will become impossible for you to ignore. It's going to be causing chaos and just irking at you, all of you individually in different ways, because the universe is trying to get your attention. What you've been, again, trying to ignore or trying to avoid, it's not going to be as easy to do so. And those two fixed signs are very stubborn when they want to get their point across. Okay, so a term or phrase that would be really helpful to give a visual for those of you right now: if you seek peace, you will have to face what comes to the surface. You have to face what is being presented and being brought to you in order to find peace, in order to find balance. You will also be activated with this full moon, shown where your power has been leaking. So whether that is under changing, again, not making shifts in areas that you've needed to, that calls for your future forward movement. Also, where you've been over giving and holding on, very repetitive type of themes happening, but you will become aware of this more so. A lot of you already sort of know these areas, but you just avoid it. You just put it to the side. Well, the Scorpio opposing Taurus is going to be like, no, you need to look at this. What are you going to do about it? And I mean, it is your choice, but those are very stubborn energy. Now, the thing because there is this element of needing to let go of aspects of your life, and it'll vary for each zodiac sign and how your astral chart plays into your life. But Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio doesn't take. It shows you what you gave away, basically. So you may feel unable to understand You know, why is this happening this way? Scorpio doesn't take from you. It is, again, showing you what you gave away, showing you where you are leaking energetic power that is unnecessary or not conducive to your better self, to your growth. Okay. So that is basically what you're going to be looking at. It's really an illumination and a stubborn one. You know, it's not going to be taking no for an answer. What you choose to do with it is your choice. However, things will become increasingly difficult. It is time to face yourself. It is time to face certain aspects and issues, things that you don't want to deal with. That's what's going to lead you to more balance. You will be rewarded, those of you that choose to grow, those of you that choose new beginnings, that the universe has been calling you to move forward into. You will be rewarded and recognized for that, because that's what is happening with these planet alignments as they shift. It is trying to do things in your benefit, and it may be hard to see that in the moment, but what is too difficult to hold on to, what is too draining, isn't really going to help you move forward anyway. And that's what we're going to be dealing with in this intense full moon activation. This month there are 2 full moons, so it's really going to be drawing back into pushing you. Okay, let me just get a quick collective message for the all zodiac signs. I'm just going to do just basic for the collective. Okay, universe, connect me with the energy for my collective, all zodiac signs, fire, air, water, and earth. Give me a collective message for this full moon in Scorpio. Give me a collective message for the full moon in Scorpio. Again, they're stuck. Certain things are stuck. The universe is, again, calling attention to that. What is causing you to be stuck? What are you stuck on? It wants to cut that. And even if you resist it, it's going to be chopping things anyway. So do you want to get in the way of the dicer or what? Your choice. All right. What message do you have for the collective for my full moon in Scorpio, please? Okay, this is way too many cards, but I'm going to keep them because I feel as if it's the one message in a whole, very straight to the point. But that's how this sign is. That's why I say sometimes I'm not the biggest fan of the moon in Scorpio, not because it's not a good, Scorpio is a great sign, but it's very powerful. And it's usually comes with a punch. It's very intense. Scorpios do not tread and exist in the world lightly. They come in and they come in hot. Even when they're like, I was just being cool. A Scorpio walks into the room, everybody can feel it. So, okay. And then Taurus is also quite a presence as well. So those two opposing, dynamics, this cannot be ignored is what I want to say. Okay. So, for the collective message. Two of Swords and Four of Cups. A lot of you have this element, this aspect going on of not making a choice or not really seeing the choice or option, but it's like not making a choice, a crossroads, Two of Swords, Four of Cups. But at the same time, you may not be seeing the solution, but karma and justice is coming in here to give you clarity with the Ace of Swords and the Karma card. It is going to give you the message. It's going to give you the answers. And it's about whether or not you look at them. Are you going to stay blindfolded? Because again, there's something about in each of your lives, it will vary because this is a broad collective, where you're not making a choice, or you maybe don't know the decision, or you're just letting it sit, but it's not doing anything for you. It's something where it could cause you, staying with this, it could cause you to miss opportunities. There's this level of energetic disconnection that a lot of you are feeling because you're not choosing to make a choice about a specific dynamic in your life. But you will be given clarity on this. You will be given an opportunity from Spirit here, the Star and the Fool. Those of you that are willing to let go and release with the Fool energy. The Fool is starting over. It's the first card of the deck, technically, with the Fool. The 0 starting, but there is a blessing, there is a wish here, a lot more stability, a lot, you will be gifted by the universe. A lot of you, again, with stability, financial aspects, offers that are tangible, if you're willing to release. The things that you are being shown are meant to be let go of here, or meant to be adjusted in some particular way. You, again, releasing is key. Releasing gives you a wish. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Being stable, grounded, and decisive is going to prove to be more prosperous and give you more growth. Okay, so again, follow how the universe wants to give a blessing, wants to give an offer to those that do this, that those are willing to start and try something new, that are willing to take a leap in a direction that maybe is uncomfortable, or they have been delaying that. It is time for those things. They want you to act decisively, but also stay grounded and stable. Now, with the Knight of Swords and the 5 of Wands, though, energies that are, I don't know, I'm getting something about reckless behavior will cause a lot of conflict now. Not thinking things through properly, it will cause conflict. You will have individuals as well in your life that this is part of the highlighting period. They will cause issues. They will be unpredictable, unstable, and they will cause issues, obstacles, blocks, fights. You will have trouble with these types of people. And it's because they're trying to, again, energetically block what the universe is pushing to come forward, okay? So again, caution to acting recklessly and doing things without, that I don't give a mentality is not going to be it's not going to be good, okay? And not really. I mean, you can choose whatever you want, but the universe is going to be causing issues for individuals that behave that way. Okay, you will be rewarded for being grounded and being authentically yourself. What is it that you wish? What is it that you wish for? What are the steps that you would need to take and things that you would need to get rid of to implement that in your life? That's what they're really asking you at this time frame. Justice, the Hermit, and 8 of Pentacles. Going within, seeking deeper purpose and putting effort into those areas. A lot of you will be studying or learning or focusing on, how do I navigate this? And lots of effort being put into seeking deeper truths. Many of you will be hard at work. For those of you that are doing this, that are following what the universe is trying to, because again, when you fight balance, when you fight karma, it creates more, it delays your path. But if you are in alignment and seeking balance and going within, there's going to be more for you, more opportunity. Working hard. This will be a time that goes quickly, where things happen suddenly, opportunities come in suddenly, sudden changes, and a lot of work. This is a time of work, of action. Staying stagnant, being indecisive, not making a decision. This is not that time anymore. And leave it to the Scorpion full moon to kind of bring that in and let us all know what's up. Okay. So yeah, this is really a good time to start making efforts and manifesting what it is that you want in your tangible life, what it is that's going to bring you more. Okay, a good potential for money, for business offers, anything that's tangible, that's stable. There's a lot of potential and opportunity in this time frame for those collective that choose to navigate these moons and these alignments coming up correctly. Okay, I do see some sort of partnership as well, where you have similar values or a similar goal. For those of you that do partner up with somebody that is on your level, you can have good things happen with that. This can be romantic, business partnerships. It'll vary for all of you, but again, the right types of partnerships where you guys are showing up as the King and Queen of Pentacles. You guys are showing up in the same energy, working towards the same goal, not partnering and dealing with individuals that are all over the place, because that's going to it's going to be very hard to stay on the railroad track. It's like when somebody's constantly derailing, so that's what I have for you. And that's the basic message for the collective. Bye-bye.